Gosh dang it, Bobby, with the price of fuel going sky freaking high, what are we going to do? For goodness sake, it costs as much for the propane to cook your hot dogs as it does for the daggum hot dog. I have an idea. How about we do the opposite of whatever these idiots are doing? I may not be the sharpest knife in the drawer, but the people running things around here are about as sharp as a rubber spatula. And, speaking of blunt instruments, this is Dave and Juan. Ball!
And three.
Number two.
One.
Hey, we're here. I'm here. You're there.
Well, we're
Wherever there is.
We're technically both here, just not where we normally are.
Well,
Yes.
one of us is.
Nobody cares. Only the people, only the people that are watching this on video, which I guess a lot of people do, would notice that I look like I'm on the. I don't know, where am I? I'm hotel room.
In a hotel room with a jacket on, a sports coat, or
Man, look at me. Oh yeah. Before we
button up. Yeah, you got
before we start making fun of
shirt on.
before we start making fun of me. Hi everybody. How are you? I'm Dave.
I'm Juan.
And this is Dave and Juan.
More time.
Thank you. Thank you.
Year
Thank you,
number
brother.
2.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? From
Yeah.
the road. So I don't even know what this sounds like. I'm having one of those. Normally when we're doing this, I can hear myself through. Yeah. So now I can hear you. Can't hear me. Although you would probably say that's the best way to listen to this podcast. I can hear you. I really can't hear me. So.
Well,
But I have no.
it's odd because last time when you were like, I don't know, I guess it's been since the summer. It seemed like you were on the road, then I was on the road, then you were on the road, and I was on the road. I'm on the road next week.
Oh, really? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
we'll get.
not in Virginia. I'll be in like Birmingham. But,
Hey, man, I got friends in Birmingham. Birmingham's a nice
Mhm.
place. But no, I'm in Richmond, Virginia, which is I've been here before. Lovely place. I didn't see much of it today. I hate, I don't know. It's again, caution, first world problem complaints coming this way. So I needed to take a 7 a.m. flight this morning out of Hobby Airport. I don't normally fly out of Hobby, but out of Hobby in Houston. And man, a 7 a.m. flight means you're up at 4:30 the latest. I think I was up at I think my alarm was set for 4:15 to get there, but then I woke up at like 2:30 this morning. And man, I knew like, couldn't really go back to sleep. And I'm thinking, I kind of got to go to the bathroom. Maybe if I go to the bathroom, right, I'll settle in. Man, mistake.
But that's it. That'll wake you up.
Golly. So I was up from 2:30 in the morning to I slept a little bit on the plane, just out of Southwest, man. I flew Southwest today, dude. Greyhound in the air. Nice.
Did you get a good seat?
I did. I was
drink?
actually
Sorry, too early in the morning to drink.
No, yeah, exactly. A couple extra bucks, you get that business class thing where, I was, I think from Houston to Atlanta, I was number 7 to get on the plane. And then I think in Atlanta, I was like number 1 to get on the plane. Of course, you're never number 1 because everybody pulls that scam, that pre-boarding freaking scam. Man, I want physicals. I want endurance tests. I want to see birth certificates. Stop it, man.
Anybody who needs assistance.
Man, yeah, this couple that got on in the pre-board, I don't know. I mean, they're a little bit older, but yeah, man, they had less of a limp than me. I'm like, I don't not digging this, but it was all good. We got here and
how is it flying now since the since the new polls, I'm sorry, the new research on masks came out.
So here's the deal. So this is, again, this is, dating this. So yeah, apparently the science changed miraculously. But still in airports, masks are required in airports and obviously on planes. Well, I just said today, I ain't wearing a mask in the airport. I ain't doing it. And it might have been, I tell you, I probably interacted with, I saw several hundred people, maybe 1,000. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't too busy here. I was in Houston and Atlanta today.
Yeah.
Might have been a handful of people. But people looking at me like I was Braveheart. Like I'm not wearing it. I'm just not. In fact,
They commend you, and
oh no, they just kind of look over at you like, oh, and I had I had a great conversation with the one of the stewardesses, flight attendants, whatever the official term is.
that's right. Don't be offending anybody.
Yeah. So insert whatever the official term is for attendance. But yeah, she was great. She was great talking to me. They're all done with it. They're all, everybody's saying this is ridiculous and kabuki but you gotta sort of wear them on the plane. But I mean, mine was on my chin the whole time. I mean, and I'm talking to them. I'm like, and I figured I would cheat. I got the obligatory bottle of water I carry with me everywhere. Like, I'm just hydrating, But it's I don't know when they're going to flip the switch on that. They need to. I mean, but they've already got people. They got some people, man. That's their new wardrobe. I mean,
oh yeah, it's their wardrobe. It's their mission. It's their cause of life.
But I was I got to Hobby Airport about like 5:45, give or take, in the morning. And shout out to, you ever heard of Papacitas?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there's a Papacitas restaurant, not in the restaurant, it's like a pickup, I guess, in the airport. They're serving food at 5:45 in the morning, man. And I got been up since 2:30. I normally don't even eat breakfast. Okay, so that's
lunchtime for you,
dude. So I normally don't even eat breakfast. I had the Papacita breakfast burrito, dude. I mean, that's good for that. That'll set you for the day. I mean, the Papacita breakfast burrito must weigh 4 pounds.
Now, what makes it breakfast?
Got some scrambled eggs.
Just that it's breakfast time? Has it got eggs in it?
Yeah, it's got eggs and bacon, and you can get different things in it. But yeah, I was being all international, man. I actually dipped it in some salsa, bro. I was having a breakfast burrito with salsa at 6 a.m. this morning,
But like I said, you go by what time your body woke up. It was midday.
So getting back into the travel routine there, just laughing, looking around at, the rules. Everybody's got to have their mask on unless you're sitting here at this table out in the open, because that breakfast burrito is
right. The breakfast burrito probably casts a bubble.
It does. It kind of. I wish I'm not a smoker, but I bet you if somebody would have blown smoke, you'd have seen
just haloed around you.
The bubble created by my breakfast burrito. Such is life. And now I'm in Richmond. Check in here, and there's the. So I'm here for speak at a conference tomorrow, but not this one. There's a United States fencing competition, and not like a down the bayou fencing. Like, hey man, we're gonna.
I used to want to do that. Literally, I always thought that would be cool to do.
So apparently it's happening right here, bro. I'm at the Marriott in Richmond, Virginia.
On guard.
And I think it's teenagers. I think it's like because it looks like it's younger people here. It's just kind of funny seeing the equipment, these, the different kind of bags, which I'm guessing freaking, are they called swords? What are they called?
Foil.
Oh, look at you, man. Look at you. Foil. So
I don't know why I know that. It could be totally wrong.
There'd be a lot of going on here. It's across the street of the convention center, but
it's like grown-up sword fighting, man. You just don't kill anybody.
I was waiting to get on the elevator behind big group, I guess, some parents and other people with their foil, big old foil bags. And I kept thinking, I bet you I don't like these people. I bet you, this seems like there's certain sports that seem that's kind of pretentious. That seems kind of pretentious. I'm thinking they must have like a heavy, that and equestrian, right? What? You hear the sirens? Can you pick up? You can't hear the sirens behind me.
I heard it.
If I had a big boom mic, you'd hear them. I'm like, it's to be downtown. Hang in there. Probably hear shots later on. I mean, it is, and Richmond isn't even a major metro city. It's a decent sized city, but it's not.
Yeah, well, neither is Baton Rouge.
Hey, Baton Rouge punches above its weight, man.
That's right. There was in the news today, a Verizon store a mile and a half from my house got robbed, and the people in the store got tied up and left. Tied you up, take your stuff, and then we're out of here.
Tied them up. Okay, that seems to me.
And let's be honest, man. Today's employees, I would have just assumed if you asked politely, they'd just help you load it up.
I know. Like, bro, you don't got to tie me. Just, I'm not even going to call, man.
I'll get off early.
Like, yeah, I'm kind of fired up. We ain't going to work tomorrow. We got stock shortages as it is. They ain't going to have this store filled up again tomorrow.
According to our chief of police here, we have some of the crime problem in Baton Rouge is related to rival groups. Groups, like, I'm thinking, is it like FFA versus FBLA, or the safety club versus 4-H?
Damn JCs are always fighting the Kiwanis, man.
Right, man.
And then as soon as the Lions Club jumps in, these freaking groups. Oh man, he literally said that.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, said it. Rival groups.
He must be the future mayor. That's
well, he's the present mayor's handpicked choice for police chiefs.
They all are. Hey, congratulations.
Yeah.
And if I ever get pulled over in Baton Rouge, I'm on your side, whoever you are.
I don't even know the dude's name.
Yeah, well, it's because we are being governed by the best and brightest. We had in Texas our voting started this past week, the primaries, and Harris County. So I live in Fort Bend County, which butts up on Harris, which is Houston. In fact, it's weird. So Houston is a really, really big part of Houston is Fort Bend, but it's just Harris is the largest county in Texas. Texas ain't a small place. Harris County is massive. And they're the most corrupt bunch in the world. It's like they didn't have the.
Oh, y'all got Beto again.
They didn't have. We ain't got them. The votes didn't even get counted. Harris County broke the law again. They couldn't get the votes counted in time. Like the whole world is watching. This isn't even a big one. The turnout on this, primaries don't have the kind of turnout you have in November. Man, these couillons, they still couldn't get it. But that's the game. Right, that's always been the game, and with more people are paying attention to it. Not that they're going to stop it, but that's been the Harris County game forever. You have election day, and then we got to figure out what do we need.
It's like you had one job.
What's the count? Oh no, they know what they're doing, bro. This ain't accidental. Too many places in the world. I don't know. You can say the same with business, because business is at the end of the day, if you're running a business, you have to turn a profit. But politicians don't have to turn a profit. But the thing about too many people count things as incompetent that's not incompetent in its own purpose, right?
Right. Probably the most competent among us.
Oh man, they don't know what they're doing. Nah, dude, they know exactly.
Yeah. There's a talent involved in looking dumb. I've mastered it.
They literally were saying, because of it was a 2-page ballot in Harris County, It caused some problems, and it got jammed in the machine, so they had to recreate ballots. Recreate ballots. That's my favorite. My favorite when they're just out there saying, "Yeah, man, oh, it got jammed, so we just did some new ones. We
took it upon ourselves to just, fill it in accurately on their behalf.
we're gonna judge the intent." But there you go. So that's what we got. Yeah, so we'll see. So yeah, we got Beto. I don't know. It's not a political podcast, but yeah, that guy, he's like, he's thankfully I've never had one, but that guy's a disease. He's like a
the disease that won't go away.
Yeah, man. That guy's like a fungus.
We have a guy from Baton Rouge who was there campaigning or was endorsing somebody in your attorney general's race. I only know that because he's one of those people that I follow only to annoy myself.
Yeah, I got some of those.
But he's like the Al Sharpton of Baton Rouge, and he's actually running for Senate against Kennedy.
Okay. Gee whiz.
He's the one who smoked pot on a commercial that made headlines. But he's out raising money every place except Louisiana. And
because outside Louisiana, they don't know how bad he's going to lose. And whatever, man. Hey, look, respect the hustle. Respect the hustle, because that's all it is.
It's to the point where I literally watched. I kept checking on the election results in Texas on Tuesday night or whenever the election was, in hopes that his candidate would lose, and they did. So,
well, I'm guessing his candidate was, there were two.
Somebody for attorney general,
right? But like what happened, it was primary, so there was a Democrat, and there was a Republican. I can't help it. So I don't know if I told you this one before. And by the way, my cousin Scott, who I told the story on last week, he reached out to me and was like, "Man, catching up on the podcast." He told me parts of that story that I don't remember, and I don't think he remembers well either. So about what we shot that day or what we
just as he blew your ears out.
Yeah, I do remember one, but I didn't think he was with us. But he did remind us, like, hunting and thinking we were shooting doves and we were shooting pigeons.
Well, shooting some with feathers.
There's a big difference. Big difference between shooting and I don't even know what doves look like. I probably weren't any doves in South Louisiana. I wouldn't tell you those pigeons, but but I remember when we went to talk about voting. So we were when do you vote? You voted 18, right? We're from South Louisiana. Where it all gets confusing as far as when do you, like, we used to be able to drink at 18. I guess
you always vote at 18.
18.
Yeah, voting at 18 is everywhere.
What was 17? 17 was something. Anyway, so we registered. So it just so happened there was time to
17
register.
was when you could drive without a parent or a
I knew 17 meant something, right?
Stay out late.
Besides the old Winger song, "She's only 17." Think about some of those songs they sang back then. You can never sing today, but shout out to Winger.
Dude, I listen to, and I've talked about this, but I listen to Adam Carolla all the time, and he is a fanatic of the Love Boat. So he'll always go back and talk about Love Boat episodes. And if you want to see some stuff that shouldn't have ever flown then, much less now, he was talking today that there was a 13-year-old girl on the ship who was pretending to be a little older, and Gopher was hitting on her.
Gopher, would that be? Hang on a sec. Would that be Fred Gandy or Grandy?
Yeah, the guy, he was in Congress, wasn't he?
He became sure that so it was. Yeah. I'm sure. Yeah. Well, yeah.
So Gopher was hitting on a 13-year-old on the Love Boat.
They did that back in the day. I think that used to be a big night, man. It was I forget what came before Love Boat, but after Love Boat was the plane.
Yeah, Fantasy
Island, man. That was a big night. That was back in the day, man. That was kids today. Y'all just don't know.
No, man. And then that dude used to endorse like Corinthian leather.
Chrysler.
Chrysler, which
Chrysler,
nobody
man.
knew what Corinthian leather was.
They
but,
knew. Nobody knew until he said that. With real
what was his
currency.
name?
Ricardo Montalban, man.
Montalban. Yeah, and
Ricardo Montalban. He was also Khan,
the
Wrath of
and
Khan.
the little guy.
Hervé Villagez.
Yeah, look, man.
Bro,
You got it all down
man,
pat.
listen, man. Yeah. Hervé Villagez. And the plane. Oh, boss, she's such a beautiful lady. How can she be troubled?
So,
Why is this pretty lady? Why is this pretty lady troubled? Well, tattoo.
Talking about stuff
Her
from way
family
back
was
then.
killed in a tornado, tattoo, and she's.
I saw that Brooke Shields is coming back advertising Jordache jeans again. So you remember she did.
Nothing comes between me and my Jordache jeans.
Yeah, it was Calvin's, but now she's doing Jordache.
Oh, George Calvin. Okay, yeah, basically child pornography back in the day. I mean, when it was.
Yeah. I just remember in the 80s, I wore Jordache jeans, and if you didn't wash them 2 or 3 times before you wore them, you'd come home and your hands were blue. There was so much dye in those suckers.
Jordache. I'm trying to remember what. Well, Jordache. Yeah. Well, I saw a kid in church the other day wearing. I swear to you, this girl. I looked like she had bell bottoms on. Tell me.
That's back. Yeah, they call it flare legs now.
Really?
I think that's what Riley calls it.
Yo.
If she hears me, she'll correct me.
Yo, that's bell bottom. Sorry, that's bell bottom.
Yeah, they got that.
And I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Didn't look good back then either.
Unless you were in the Navy in the 60s.
Not saying, I'm just saying, hey, whatever. I'm not, they don't wear that stuff to impress the old guy. I'm just like, it's kind of silly. I want to get back. I was talking about, I don't know, stop me if I told this one before, but I was talking about my cousin Scott. So we were talking about voting. We went to register to vote. And I remember, okay, this is, man, my hand's up. I'm putting my hand up here to testify here. Anybody who's just listening to this on audio. We go to register, and the lady's asking, if what party would you want to register? And I was like, I don't know. And then my cousin Scott said, I want to register Catholic. And I was standing there thinking, I don't think that's actually a voting thing. But the lady said, no, it's you have to vote. You have to register Republican or Democrat. And I remember asking, do I have to pick one? And she said, well, no, I guess you can register no party. And so we both did. I said, put me down, no party. I don't even think they called it independent. I was like, no, just register me to vote. I ain't claiming none of these here. I knew that at 18. At 18, I wasn't claiming any of these things.
But you see, in most other states, except Louisiana, to vote in the primaries,
right.
You can only vote for your party.
True.
Louisiana has what they call a jungle primary, which I can't believe we're allowed to call it that.
How's that allowed, man?
Yeah. So you can vote for anybody anytime.
Might as well just call it a cluster bleep primary.
Yeah. This is honestly, I've been registered Republican ever since I could register, or I was able to register to vote. Not because I knew the difference back then. I just knew that everybody else registered Democrats. So I said, well, I'm doing something different. I'm being a Republican.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to be a rebel.
Yeah. So
I saw you in college. You didn't look like a Republican in college, but
I had my moments, man.
You might. That's all good. But yeah, so we'll see. I ended up, where was I? So before taking this trip, I don't know. I starting to travel again. There were a couple of things I needed to just pick up. I want to get some new shoes, just whatever. Yeah. So
2 matching ones. You don't want to get any from the airport. That don't, yeah.
Yeah. So
2 different shoes.
So I went to a place in the middle of the day this week that I've not been to in a while, which was the mall. Right. So we got a pretty big mall here. You go to the mall at all?
Nah, I couldn't tell you the last time I've been. to the mall. Now the
Man,
Apple store here is on the outskirts of the mall. So I think I went there last summer, but
I
that's about it.
I went to our mall, and again, middle of the day, which is weird. So it's probably, I don't know, 2 o'clock, give or take. And so it's going to be kind of quiet in there, but there's still got a few people. And here's weird. I'm standing in the mall, like I am there. I'm one of the people in the mall, and all I can do is walk around thinking, what are y'all doing in a mall in the middle of
I'm trying to know they got people needs employees.
who are you? What the? Oh, that's the other thing too, is how many massage chairs and massage places and whatever can you have in one mall? I guarantee you, the one here in my town, Sugarland, there must be 4 or 5 different places to get it. So if malls cause you stress, bro, they got people in our mall to rub on it, man. I mean, it's like they chairs everywhere, and they get aggressive in the middle of the day. Hey, 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 hey. Good, bro.
Well, that's the whole. They've got the little cart type things in the middle of the mall, and it's the people with selling knockoff sunglasses,
Oh, well, sure, yeah.
fancy brushes, electronic cigarettes, all the crap that nobody wants. But it's like they've got to have somebody to hawk that whatever
Sure.
you call the guy, to call you in. And the best way to ensure that I'm never coming by anything from you is to call me to come over there when I'm walking down somewhere.
Man, look, I guess you're not their market, bro. It's
Nah, well,
yeah, but there are a lot of them there. And then so there are other places. I didn't want to drive into Houston, so you kind of
mhm.
you look for convenience. So I'll go try to find some shoes. And again, it's I hate being this way, but I walk around just I'm commenting on everything because of the supply chain, and nobody has anything. Nobody has any inventory at all, at all. Like I ended up buying, and I ended up getting lucky. I found a random pair of shoes in a like because I was a size 12. I found the one pair of size 12 they had in like a style I probably wouldn't have been my first choice. And that's when it's bad too. I'm a guy, typical guy. Like I didn't make a trip not buy nothing. I'm buying something. I didn't spend 45 minutes bopping around this creepy mall. And yeah, just man, you even ask the people that work these. That's the other thing too. Try to find one of the big, these big stores in the mall. Multi-level stores. Try to find a cashier. You ever did that? You ever been in a store where you literally can't find a place to pay for it?
Right. And then you find somebody. I know I don't run the register. You got to go
You kind
somewhere
of
else.
just figure, how about I just walk out with this stuff and see if anything beeps? I mean,
Yeah, or see if anybody is around to come find me.
but I ended up finding they consolidated. I ended up finding this place so I bought in like the men's clothing area, and they check you out in like appliances or something. I don't know.
Right. That's what you got to give some obscure area. Yeah, where they have to have somebody, but nobody's there. Like
Yeah.
I'll check out in makeup.
So I went there, and it was nice young man. I wish I'd have got his name. But he was cool checking out. He says, do you have a rewards, whatever? And I'm laughing, going, bruh, do I look like I have a reward?
My reward is to get out of here alive.
I said, no, I
with a pair
said,
of shoes.
I said, does my wife? Probably. Do we have a number? Probably, but just whatever. And I just bought shoes and a belt, and he and then so he's doing stuff. A cool guy, I thought I'm helping. Then he takes out his own phone and pulls up a bar scan and doot, says, hey, I got you 20% off. And here's the weird thing. I got 2 different parts of my brain. Okay, I got the customer part of my brain and the business part of my brain. Because the customer part of my brain, I'm like, bro, you the man, awesome. If I'm like that retailer that's already got no stock, and then obviously got an idiot in front of me.
I need to make top dollar on everything I'm selling.
I got an idiot in front of me he's got his card, he's paying what it costs. You just like went, all right.
That dude ain't making commission.
No, but I appreciate him. If I knew his name, I would give him a shout out. But but there you go. But
It's yeah, you talk about supply chain and lack of people. So for some reason, and I promise it doesn't seem like this, but I don't go to Sonic that often.
but I tell you what, you're there more than those two guys in the commercial, man. I'm just saying.
So I hit Sonic up again today to get my hot dog. And I don't eat lunch that often, but for whatever reason, yeah, every time I've gone recently, it's been to Sonic, and something happens worth, or at least in my mind, worth talking about. So I pull up to the little whatever you call it, the little stall thing wherever you typically order from Sonic, and hit the button, and the guy comes on a speaker and says, "I'm sorry, we're only taking orders in the drive-through now." And I said, "I'm sorry, what?" I said, "We're only taking orders at the drive-through now," which the whole fact that Sonic has a drive-through is perplexing to me to
Correct.
begin with.
The whole thing was always it wasn't a
right.
drive-through, it was a drive.
It's a drive up.
Up. There you go.
So I said, "Well, if I order in the drive-through, can I just pull back up in the stall and eat here?" And he said, "Yeah, whatever. I don't care." So I asked him when I got there. They basically had 2 employees and can't get anybody else to work.
Dude, it's terrible. It's terrible. We're a broken record. I know. At least I'm a broken record, because I was doing that today. I checked into this hotel. I'm in the Marriott, Richmond Marriott, across from the conference center, and I check in 1 o'clock or so. Young lady, nice young lady, and she's telling me what's always give you the rundown of what's in the hotel. And like the restaurant bar in the lobby here closes at 10. I'm sorry, that's not
prime time for a bar,
dude. And there's not a lot, saying. So that the Starbucks is open from, I don't know, 8 till 1. Okay, and that's everywhere all around the country. Places are
probably closes at 1, so the people who work at Starbucks can run on over to the restaurant and bar and work it there.
Man, so the place I was at tonight, there's a reception tonight, the thing I'm speaking at, and I feel for people, man. Like I will give Virginia bankers credit. They've got 2. It's not that many people here. It's 100 something. I don't think they're 200, maybe total 200 people, which is a decent size, not for this particular conference. And they got like a little vendor area, and you know how that works, right? The vendors set up and
yeah.
So they have the bars. They always have the bars inside there. And most places you go to, these conferences, you'll be in. It's an open bar, and somebody is sponsoring it, so you're typically in line for a while waiting to get. This place had 2 big old. I've never been in an over-barred situation before. Like just. And there weren't that many people. I'm just like, wow, this is, and then I feel bad for the people working that, because they don't make jack, right? I mean, the bartenders and stuff, they only make tips. And I'm looking around going, and I waited for a while, and before I left, I kind of walked up to get something, the young lady, and said, "What you got in your tip bucket?" She had like $7. She'd been there, almost 2 hours, so I was like, "Oh, I took out a 20." I said, "Just give me some change." So give me all your ones. Yeah. It's like, I feel bad. It's like, and I'm eating food and a couple drinks and stuff. So it's like, I can justify, but like, I just want to tell people, man, support the people that are actually showing up to work.
Right. Yeah. And that's it. Even at the Sonic, I mean, I told you, I said, dude, kudos to you for just being here and trying to get something done.
You don't want your kudos, Brian. What's $1?
Yeah, I know, but unless it's put it on a card, I got no cash.
You need to start carrying cash. Are you watching TV? Are you watching the world, bro? They're gonna shut you down, man. Wow. I am gonna end up being like my grandpa and everybody else's grandpa back in the day. They carried so much money in their wallets, right? I mean, grandpas were famous for that. Grandpas always had.
I can't have stuff in my pockets and everything, man. I got to be balanced.
Dude, my wallet. I'm not quite George Costanza on Seinfeld, but my wallet gets a little thick every now and then. And
I told somebody the other day, if I would decide to do open carry like you do sometimes, I'd have to be like, I'd have to have like one on each side because it would just throw me off to have it on one side.
You get used to it.
Yeah.
You get used to it. But no, up here, so staying in this place, and here's the weird thing about hotels and hotel chains. Typically, their top of the line stuff, or what they consider top of the line stuff, a lot of times is not as good as the middle of the road. Like, so this is Marriott. If you stay at like a Marriott Courtyard or some of these other places, man, they got breakfast buffets. They got, there's almost always like coffee in the lobby all the time. You stay in these places, like ain't nothing. There's not, and everything costs. It's like it's weird. You get less. I think I do have a coffee thing in here. I do have a with my 2 regular coffee. Do you drink coffee? No.
Nope.
Yeah. And decaf. Who the heck is drinking decaf? I got some decaf stuff over here too. And of course, I always got, so later on looking for what kind of reading I got. I got both the Holy Bible and the Book of Mormon.
There you go. See, that is the First and Second Testament, and what some believe to be the Third Testament.
Whatever. I'm just saying they're free. I'm taking them with me. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Have you seen you ever seen the musical Book of Mormon?
I have not.
It is genius. It's fantastic, and you are going to hell. I mean, it's like you walk out of there thinking that was the most entertaining, blasphemous thing I've ever seen in my life. I mean,
is it anti-Mormon? Is it?
It is
anti-everything.
It is hard to even get your head around. But it's brilliant. It's like it doesn't make you if you are now, if you go, well, first of all, you shouldn't be going in there if you're easily offended. I think we talked about this before, because I think I told you that we watched it, and
I don't think so.
So anyway, so my sons were, I guess, in high school, whatever, and my brother-in-law, their Christmas present to us, we got tickets to, and he came with us. So it was me, him, and my sons went to see Book of Mormon, and in the first, there's 2 acts, like a lot of plays, 2 acts, and these are the guys that did South Park, but the music is great. I mean, so listen, it is like I said, it's a brilliantly written, hysterical, oh my God, blasphemous, and you're watching the first act, and there's a song in the first act that you're watching it and you're thinking, this may be the most, like, what's the word? You can't even say un-PC, un-whatever. And I've said it several times. Anyway, the most, wow, that's the most, I don't know if you call it vulgar, or you just feel you're listening and watching something and it's hysterical and you're thinking, oh, I should not be laughing at this.
It's like looking around to see if you're going to get
this may be the most sacrilegious thing I've ever seen in my life. And you think that until the second act starts. And they take it to another level, man. And but it's one of those things, man. It was, but I knew watching it, right, that there's no way it could be as popular and as successful as it has been and be total, like, non-religious, right? It's, what I'm saying? Like, so I kept thinking, there's got to be a message that comes in here, and there is, and you have to look for it. And some people might argue, but at the end of the day, they put a bow on something. And again, I'm not going to give, because, I don't think my wife would agree with me on what I found in it. But so I don't think it was, I think the message at the end is probably not as anti-God and belief as it is anti-religion. Right. I think that's pretty much what they go after. They go after the
organized corporate religion, as some people call it.
A little bit. And but anyway, I probably shouldn't. I may get excommunicated for recommending it. When it comes back to, when it comes back to Houston, if I know early enough, we will get. I mean, my wife ain't coming; she ain't want to come. But I'd go see it again. I mean, my sons to this day, they're like, "Oh yeah, that was, whatever, man. Y'all do you, everybody. They got bigger problems
Yeah.
in the world. As long as you're not trying to blow me up or shoot me, I'm good."
Not
You
yet,
know?
anyway.
Huh? What was that? Not
I
what?
say not yet.
Well, I mean,
Nobody's trying to blow you up yet, but
is
it
it
could be
bring,
coming.
bring it back to Baton Rouge. That's
Yeah.
good luck with that. Good luck with that. But yeah, the sirens died down over here, so it may be safe to go down and get
Could be
something to eat.
safe. Could be
I-
safe. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
The bar
Uh,
might be closed by now.
I don't need a bar. I don't need a bar. I need a hamburger is what I need. I need that burrito. That burrito made most of the day, bro. That and a protein bar during the day. But
Find your son and get a number 7. You'll be good to go.
man, I want one of them 18-inch hot dogs like Juan gets. Oh, that's a Baton Rouge special. They only give the 18-inch hot dogs in
I don't
Baton
know.
Rouge.
I'm still bummed that you pointed out that maybe that was 2 hot dogs.
I think it was, man. I'm just
Yeah.
saying. I looking at the picture again. I think it was, but tis what it is, man. Tis what it is. So what do you got? Anything we got?
Yeah, I think we're good. You
It
can
might
go
be-
get you some dinner.
Might be abbreviated, and we're on the
Yeah.
road. On the
You're on the
road.
road an hour early because you got mixed up on the time zone stuff.
Yeah, well, when I looked at my watch didn't change, but my phone said, "Oh, dang, I got to call. We got to hook up at 1." I'm like, where are you?
Yeah.
early,
I
it's early.
totally assumed that we had agreed to do it at an hour early, and I just didn't read the note.
That's it, man. Well, anyway, but thankfully for all of America, we figured it
We're
out.
here.
We figured it out. We're probably going to find out in a little bit that it didn't record, but that's okay. That's okay. All right. That time of the week, everybody, we push the button. See if any of this stuff stuck to tape. Hope it did. Or tuck the tape. I said my words. It's that time of night, man. I need some food. I need some protein. So anyway, if you want to reach out to us, it's easy. You can do it on social media, but then everybody knows what you're doing. If you want to just hit us direct, it's Dave and Juan at protonmail.com. And there is a veritable plethora of places that you can listen.
Everywhere,
Yeah.
everywhere. We're on the YouTube, so if you're watching this, you already know that.
Yeah.
But you can also stream this podcast pretty much anywhere where there is a stream, even a creek. It doesn't have to be a stream.
But
We got your Facebook podcast. We got Apple Podcast. Where else? Amazon Music, Spotify. Where's my list?
Google Podcast.
Google Podcast,
Podbay.
Pandora, Podbay, Listen Notes. If we're there, that's all you need to know.
Take a
we're
tomato
not,
can,
go
go in your
somewhere else.
backyard, put an antenna on it,
Get
rub
some
it,
strings.
rub it. We're probably there. Probably
You
there.
got to rub some wax on the strings, though. That helps for sure.
It helps. It helps. It sounds a little. It improves the bass, but yeah. So we're there. So
The odd thing about it is the fact that I've been spouting off this list every week for a year, and unless I have it written down on a piece of paper in front of me, I still can't nail it.
Human brain, bro. We don't remember stuff we don't have to remember. You got a cheat sheet. You will always look at the cheat sheet. You just trust me. Trust me. And if you don't trust me, then
Yeah, forget it.
yeah, there you go. All right. So everybody, listen, we're gonna be back next week, sometime Monday-ish, maybe.
Monday-ish.
These things drop sometime between 6:59 and 7:01.
That's right. If I hadn't hit it at 7:01, by 7:02, Dave's texted me saying, "You dropping it?"
What happened there? Something happened. I was like, I don't know. I was getting ready to do something else.
I forgot.
There you go.
I mean, I was in the process of doing it when you text because it was
You're
like
welcome,
7:05.
America.
What the hell am I doing?
You're welcome, America. You're welcome. You're welcome for that. So anyway, as always, guys, not a suggestion, not a recommendation, not a hint.
It's a man
Ooh,
date.
it's a mandate, man.
Could be a woman date if you're into that.
Yeah, that too, or just if you prefer not to identify whatever date, but we're gonna call
it your pronoun of choice.
we're gonna
date.
call it a mandate for now. And yeah, have the best week you possibly can. However good your last week was, that was a warm up. That was
Just
a
got to be better.
warm up for how good this week ought to be for you. All right. So yeah, man, I'm gonna try not to get shot here in Richmond. So wish me luck.
All right, be safe.
All
Yeah, wear
right.
your mask on your flight.
You got it. We'll see everybody around. Love you, man.
Back at you. Let me tell you this on the pisser. So I wasn't exactly sure when my new insurance kicked in, but I got the card. So I said, all right, well, I must have it. I went on February 28th. Insurance kicked in on March 1st.
You should have
Of
just
course,
stayed. You should have just stayed.
They didn't let me know that until it was time to check out.
I'm just gonna hang out till the morning. Ring me up, ring me up at 12:01, Bab. I got nowhere to go.